Welcome to this week's second The Story of a Poor Boy. It might sound a little bit different. It's because neither of us could be arsed sitting at the table, so we're sat on the couch holding the microphones for a change instead. I'm Mikey.
I'm Matt.
And we've just got back from Anfield, where Liverpool have completed the job that was at hand in the hardest way possible, of course, because why wouldn't we do it that way?
It wasn't the hardest way possible. We didn't concede.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, conceding first and then having to score 3 would be the hardest way possible.
Yeah, you've got a point there. Excuse me, bit of pizza went down the wrong hole. Yeah, I mean, you are right there, but it was a difficult watch, to say the least. There was definitely a sense when Liverpool get the first goal that it was just like, right, okay, well, we're going to just have this then. And we have got chances to add to it, and we don't really take them, but the Reds are through to the knockout stages of the Champions League.
Where we belong.
What else can you say? Well, hopefully more than that, because you're going to be talking
I was going to say, nothing more. Cheers, guys. Cheers for listening.
Yeah. I mean, let's just start right at the beginning of the game. Any surprises with the lineup for you?
I was a little bit surprised with the midfield, but thinking about it when it got announced, that midfield of Henderson, Milner and Wijnaldum, it's a tried and trusted midfield. It's a midfield that beat PSG.
Yeah.
It's a battling midfield.
Definitely.
There's a little bit of a worry that it's disjointed with the attack, but I think the main thing was to stop Napoli scoring today, and I think we really, really needed a strong midfield to be able to do that.
No, definitely. I think as the game wears on, the midfield grows into it more and more.
100%, yeah.
Get a hold of the game a lot better. I was like you. I think we both agreed, didn't we, at the start? Well, we definitely did on the week on yesterday's episode anyway, that we expected Keita to start and Shaqiri to a point. As it happens, neither of them do, but means that we've got a rested Shaqiri for the weekend, I guess. Whether that was always in Jurgen's mind to do that, or whether it was just he feels this is the best team for this game. He always says he takes it game by game, but no manager really does that, do they? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk gets a booking after 13 minutes. In the ground, it looked like the best tackle I've ever seen in my life.
It looked like an incredible tackle.
It's a bit naughty. It's a little bit naughty.
I can see why he got booked in retrospect, but what a tackle.
I know, it's a little bit naughty.
It's a little bit studs up, it's a little bit could break his ankle.
Yeah, if his studs are planted, he's gone. His leg's gone.
Yeah.
But, I mean, over the night, it's quite quiet. It's quite quiet the first half. We have a goal disallowed for Mane being a million miles offside. And then
I think we started the brighter team. I think it was evident that we were the better team there.
They had chances, though. I do remember Hamsik having a chance at the edge of the area where he just puts it over the bar.
Yeah.
And it's like, fucking hell, these are good. If we're not switched on here, these will have chances.
Oh, 100%. We had to be switched on, right? Like, they're no mugs.
No, definitely.
But I think in the opening half an hour, it was quite clear who was the best team. For me,
yeah.
At least.
I would probably agree with that, to be fair. Liverpool 1-0 flatters Napoli to a point, because Liverpool could quite easily have won that game about 4-0 if we'd have, on a different day, if Sadio Mane hadn't had the knock he'd had, and it seems to have just properly just done him in. He just seems so off form today. It's probably his worst performance of the season in terms of taking chances. Anyway, I mean, he's getting in the right positions, which is always encouraging. But he felt quiet until he had the chance, and then he missed chances.
Yeah.
There's not really much to say about him. I thought Firmino was very quiet as well, to be fair. But the one fella who wasn't quiet out the front three is the one who just cannot fucking stop scoring, and it's Mohamed Salah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a world-class goal. It
really is fantastic.
From the cop, I didn't appreciate how bad the goalkeeper was. I just thought he squeezed it in.
Yeah,
keeper's incredibly poor for it. He just kind of guesses that Salah's going to cross the ball across instead.
Yeah,
it gets it completely wrong, but the movement to just kind of absorb the attack from the defender, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, so like Salah's being grabbed by the defender, and he just leans into him and uses his body to be able to turn him, and that like leaves the defender for dust. He did it like 3 times before the goal, and like I kept noticing he was leaning and turning and just completely taking this defender out of the game.
Yeah.
So it must have been part of the game plan, and it was just so good. And no matter how good Koulibaly was at trying to get across and get to him, like that was the one time he couldn't.
He's a player.
Salah scores a goal. Oh god, yeah.
He's a player.
Absolutely
and a half.
Fantastic.
If Liverpool were to sign one player in January, it should just be him, and we'll never concede a goal ever again. I mean, we're already the best defence in the Premier League. I mean, imagine if we just have him and Verge at centre half, and then we last Joe Gomez at right back.
Oh god.
Move Trent into midfield, and then we're all sorted. Everyone's happy.
Darren, I need all my blood in my head for this podcast.
Well, I'm going to
currently draining.
Well, I'm going to mention Alisson Becker in a second.
Oh,
so
no.
Unfortunately, you're going to lose a bit of it there. I'm fucking infatuated with the bastard. I really am.
Gorgeous beard. I'm not really a beard man, but
he is lovely.
Let's talk about beard.
There are plenty of missed chances. We spoke about Mane in particular. I can't quite work out how he's missed some of the chances he's missed. The one where Salah puts it back for him, it's 6 yards out.
Yep.
We could have won this game so many.
We could have. Salah missed one after we went 1-0 up as well.
Yeah, he did.
He went near post, and he went 2 near post and just put it wide.
And there's a point as well where he could quite easily have dived to get a penalty as well.
Could quite easily have not even dived, just gone down.
I said dived. He could quite easily have just won a penalty. He just stays on his feet instead. I don't really. I mean, you don't really want to be saying, "Oh, you should go down there," but that's just the way football is now.
But I do like this kind of determination from Salah to not go down.
Well, you saw it,
stay on his feet and get the goal.
You saw it against Bournemouth,
exactly. Like he wouldn't have got that goal against Bournemouth if he had gone down.
Do you know one thing that really impressed me? Liverpool pick up 3 yellow cards after the 83rd minute. We were fucking so sly in the last couple of minutes.
Proper shit house.
Like
the ref was crap as well. The Robertson one wasn't really Robertson's fault. Like the ball was just but the ref just comes up and brandishes his card because he was shit.
Salah gets a yellow card for stopping the keeper from releasing the ball early, and I think Mane just kind of kicks the ball away or something like that. And it's just something that we've been missing from our game. We haven't really had
a bit of snidey shit out.
A little bit of exactly.
Seeing the game out.
Yeah, exactly. Professional performance, I think you'd call it. But it's just everything we needed tonight. The intensity was there, and then flashes. We were really, really good. Yeah. I want to talk about Gini Wijnaldum as well.
Oh God, can we?
Yeah, of course we can talk about Gini Wijnaldum because does he ever lose the football?
No,
ever. I don't think it's possible.
His pressing was really, really good as well. I noticed in the first half, the pressing seemed to be just back. Yeah. Like we were constantly pressing down the channels, closing down the men.
Yeah, there's that bit, isn't there, where I think it's Gini leads it actually from midfield, and then Milner follows in, and we get a gut throw in from it.
Yeah.
And the whole of the Kop was just cheering it as if we just scored a goal, because that's what we want to see at the end of the day. That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
High intensity kind of style. And I do love seeing it. The bit I want to talk about with Gini is probably two bits. We'll talk first about the bit where he decides to take on the entire Napoli midfield and give it to Lovren in the 90th minute, which was...
I love that so much. So much.
Gini Wijnaldum just going, listen, I don't lose the ball. So what
this is my ball.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run lengths of the pitch. And not even lengths, just widths. He just literally went from one flank to the other with the ball, and then gives it to Lovren, who tries to pick out Naby Keita. I think that was Lovren's worst cameo in a while. He did a lot wrong.
In defence of Lovren, it's an unfamiliar position.
I can't believe he brought him on at right back. When he made the change, for Trent, I was like, okay, I understand that. Like, I understand you've done that, but I thought he was going to do 3 at the back, Robertson left wing back, and then put either Keita or Fabinho at right wing. right wing back, sorry, and then just see it out from there with the 5 at the back, like he does whenever he brings Matip on for the last minute sub, which I fucking can't stand. I was just expecting him to do it, and instead he just puts Dejan Lovren at right back, and I was just like, if this goes wrong, then Dejan Lovren is you don't need to fuel the fire any more than it. Do you know what I mean? With Lovren, people will have a go with him for anything anyway. So the idea of putting him in an unfamiliar position in a must-win game is so dangerous. But obviously, it hasn't mattered in the end. But it is Lovren's man who gets away for the save. He's boss, isn't he?
He is so good. I can't remember a goalkeeper being this good, like, for Liverpool. Like, Pepe Reina was fantastic, but I don't know. I'm in love with Alisson Becker.
The fact is that people are already putting it down and saying, "Oh, it's straight at him. It's a poor finish." It is straight at him, but I've seen that ball go through keepers beforehand. A perfect example of it is actually from Alisson away at Roma last season. Mane's shot straight, like, it is directly at Alisson, and he should do better for it. And on this occasion, he has done better. He spread himself really well. He's made himself big, and he's made it so that Milik has hit him. It's not. In terms of reaching for the ball, it's not like one of those kind of saves. It's just a smart, I'm straight out for this, and I'm coming to deal with it kind of save.
Yeah,
and he's brilliant. He exudes confidence. Like, there's points where he just picks the ball up, he's under pressure, Napoli are trying to press him into making mistakes, and he's just jinking the ball over, and he's finding Robertson at left back, no problems whatsoever.
I did love that. That was so cheeky.
It was lovely.
The thing is, we all knew it was coming. I knew it was going straight back to Robertson. I absolutely knew it.
Yeah, I've got a picture in my mouth now. I know. The second I saw him, like, he got the ball from Robertson, and then Robertson moves across, and you're just like, yeah, that's going back there. But the way he does it is just so nonchalant. He's lovely. He's a great fella. You talk for a bit while I've got this picture in my mouth. Alright, it's gone now. Thoughts on Jordan Henderson?
Really grew into it. First half, he wasn't great. I don't think he was as bad as you think he was.
First half, the word I used was sloppy.
It was a bit sloppy, but
everything he played just seemed to just be a little bit off the pace, and he just seemed a little bit behind everyone. And then
I thought second half he was absolutely fantastic.
I think, I definitely agree. I think Fabinho coming on and freeing him up a little bit to go and do a bit more of the old style Jordan Henderson press was really
like, he
nice
was running
to see.
and winning headers. He was like winning lost balls and playing some really nice forward balls. It was really, really, really good to see, and it was a proper battling performance from the captain, as you would want.
There's a point where Napoli are breaking, not breaking, sorry, but they're holding us back and pinning us in, and we press out using Jordan Henderson, and he presses from right wing basically, so he just brings the team out, and that kind of just someone to just bring the team forward is what Jurgen Klopp's always wanted basically, because you don't want to get yourself penned in, you don't want to have 10 men behind the ball in these last couple of minutes, you want to be in control of the game, and if you allow yourself to be boxed in, then you're never going to, you're inviting chances like the one that Napoli take. Napoli get, nearly take if it wasn't for the fact that we've got the best goalkeeper in the world. That's humble. Sorry, we're just watching the highlights of all the Champions League games today. Henderson definitely grew into the game today. His passing first half wasn't great, but I'm just glad that it's another professional performance from Jordan Henderson towards the end. Milner looked fucked.
Yeah, I think he definitely needed to come off.
Yeah,
that was a good sub.
Today he was a 32-year-old man playing football again.
He's still the 11-man man.
11-man man.
He is still the 11-man man.
The 11-man man. You can coin that.
Yeah, I did last week. I did yesterday.
Oh, yeah. God, I can't believe that was yesterday. It feels like so long ago. I've done so much work since then.
It's been a long game of football. It felt like a week.
How did you think the defence coped today? Because I think there's big question marks for me around Joel Matip, and I know you feel slightly similar.
Yeah, not in a defence respect. I think the defence coped well with Napoli's attack all game, to be honest. I thought that Van Dijk was just imperious at the back. Robertson and Trent had their men fine. Matip did his bits, but the thing is, when Matip was just coming out with the ball, as he likes to do, there was a bit in the first half where I was a little bit frustrated because Henderson didn't play a ball forward. Now, I know I sound very Godard there. Please don't have a go at me. I'm not a gammon, honest. But about 3 seconds after that, Matip tried to play a ball forward, and it was into completely fucking, well, I wouldn't say nowhere. I think it was to Wijnaldum. But he had two players around him closing really, really quickly, and it was a stupid ball from Matip.
Yeah.
And Jordan Henderson would not have played that ball because he is a bit more intelligent than Joel Matip is.
Who wouldn't have played that ball is Joe Gomez.
Yeah.
Joe Gomez wouldn't have done it because Joe Gomez is more intelligent.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was my frustrations with Matip.
Yeah. My frustration came in the first half when there's a point where Napoli are breaking on us and they get to within about 20 yards of our goal and no one's closing the shot down. And at that point in time, it is Joel Matip's man. It's become Joel Matip's man. It probably earlier on should be Jordan Henderson's, but instead they've kind of... I think Henderson might be covering somebody else, but Matip is directly in front of the player. There are enough men around, and Matip just keeps backing off and just keeps coming backwards. And in the end, they get a shot off for it, and it's a good job. It's a poor shot because otherwise, if that flies in the top corner, I was already fuming with Matip. I mean, you heard me, but. It's just front foot defending's what Virgil van Dijk does best. Do you know what I mean? You never see Virgil van Dijk properly backing off. Like he'll only ever do that to time a tackle better. Whereas Matip had no intention of ever putting a foot in there. He was just kind of backing off and hoping to get a foot in to block the shot. And it really infuriated me. And it's something that Matip probably just needs to work on a little bit. But maybe I'm being nitpicky. Maybe.
We won 1-0. We need to celebrate that.
We need to celebrate
everyone gets 10s out of 10.
Yeah, all right. We can do that instead, can't we? I mean, we could sit here. I could sit here and nitpick on performances all day, but that is all that matters. Liverpool finishing second in the group are through to the last 16 of the Champions League.
Give me Barca. I want them.
Do you want Barca?
Yeah. Yeah, I want them.
I wouldn't mind them, like. I don't know, to be honest, I'd just take anyone at this point in time.
Give me Barca.
That's time pretty well. It's just got the qualified teams have just come up on the telly. Porto are going to be nice. Porto are going to be a nice.
Yes, another 7-0.
We got them last time, didn't we? So why not? Dortmund won their group. That's I mean, I wouldn't want them again. We chanced it last time.
They're hard work.
Yeah, it was hard work last time. It really was. It nearly fucking killed me.
Nearly fucking killed me. I inhaled a flare. It was horrible.
And they're talking about Sterling again.
Okay. Shall we wrap up?
I think if we go with man of the match.
For me, I think it's Virgil van Dijk.
We didn't even talk about Virg. Or not even nearly enough, to be honest.
He seemed to win everything. He was always there. He was tracking back. He was getting across and getting, not even his man, just someone who was through, and Virg would just be there. And he'd make the tackle. He got the yellow card for the first one, but every other tackle he made was just spot on. And he was just absolutely brilliant, I thought.
Very intelligent footballer, and I don't think he gets enough credit for it. I know what I've missed. I was thinking, I said there were two things I wanted to talk about with Gini Wijnaldum. One of them was when he was running widths.
Yep.
The other thing was the volley he tried.
Oh,
You know,
it would have been the best goal ever.
it would have been incredible because he's facing the centenary stand.
Yeah, I was going to
and
say it would be
to-
proper sliced outside of a boot kind of thing.
He
wouldn't
tries
it?
to slice it. I can't believe I haven't talked about it. Like my head fell off.
Just like we looked at each other like with our fucking jaws agape.
Because it's not a million miles away. That's the thing. It's not a million miles away. If that goes in, honest to God, Popwell forever. Yeah. But back to man of the match, I think, Virgil van Dijk, it's got to be. I mean, there's a special shout out for Alisson. I can't believe the choices Liverpool have put forward on Twitter are Alisson, Robertson, Henderson, and Salah.
I mean, Salah was great.
He was, to be fair, but no, it's Virgil van Dijk.
It is, yeah.
It's always Virgil van Dijk. He is the best. Liverpool's next game is Man United on the weekend.
Yes.
I mean, if we are going to talk about anything on this, it's just I can't wait to play United. But part of me is sat here like I can't be arsed watching Jose Mourinho come to Liverpool.
I think it's going to be quite a marker to show that this Liverpool team really does mean business if we can beat this United team. I know they're not great this season, but like a Mourinho United team is very, very difficult for us.
It's a statement. It's a statement that because Jose Mourinho, no matter who's been in charge of Liverpool, has always kind of had us figured out. And to his credit, to be fair to him, the only time really we've ever got over United as well under Klopp was in the Europa League.
Yep.
I don't know if I don't think he's ever beat them in the league.
Don't think so. No.
Which is so it is massive for us. I think it would probably feel a little bit like 13-14 when we went to Old Trafford and we stuffed them 3-0 and it was like there's a changing of the tide here kind of thing. We could really do with something like that this weekend. Lovely being a late kickoff as well. It couldn't be further away from the City game, which is, it's interesting that we could be back into second place after we've celebrated third and first.
Yeah.
If Everton do us a favour, go ahead Everton, I dare yous.
Everton fans in my office want them to lose. The team's not even going to turn up. They're just going to take the standard 3-0 loss and probable points deduction.
Marco's are red. Marco Silva's are red.
Oh God, not Ronnie all over again.
Did you know? Sorry to get on to Everton, but did you know Marco Silva's got the same win percentage at this point in the season as Sam Allardyce?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's funny, isn't it? But yeah, I think. I mean, we got the team completely wrong tonight. So there's probably no point in us even trying to guess who he's going with this weekend. But I think it's some derivation of a similar team. Apparently, Joel Matip's gone to hospital tonight to have a shoulder scan as a precaution. Hopefully, he's all right. Otherwise, I expect Lovren would come back in.
Yeah, Trent's got a bit of a foot issue as well.
I was going to say, hopefully Trent comes back in as well. I don't know what Nathaniel Klein's up to these days. Otherwise, I don't even know who would play. Probably Milner
or Fabinho, maybe.
Fucking shattered, wasn't he? So, although Trent Alexander-Arnold made his Liverpool debut away at United, maybe it's Rafa Camacho's.
maybe.
Hopefully not. But you never know, do you? But yeah, I mean, it's always big when we play United, isn't it? This one seems to have added importance because we can go so very, very clear of Man United just by beating them this week, which is really nice, to be honest. Just open up that little gulf between. I say little gulf, that gulf between us, which is getting bigger and bigger by the week. It currently stands at lots. 16 points. 16 points.
So many points.
16 points. So we can go 19
16
points.
games and we're 16 points ahead of them.
We can go 19 points clear of Man United by beating them this week.
Nice.
Which is insane, really, isn't it, when you think about it? 19 points. That's so many. Like that's halfway to safety in the Premier League, apparently, isn't it? It's the magic 40-point mark, isn't it? But yeah, I don't really know what else there is to say about United. We could sit here and guess how they're going to line up.
They're crap, 7-0.
Yeah. I really hope David De Gea takes his form into this game. I just really hope he does.
Oh God, me too.
That'd be lovely. but we'll talk about that after it's been played, really. So we'll leave that there. Thanks very much for listening. Follow us on all the usual channels. I can't be arsed listening to them because it's 11:15 and I want to go to bed. So thank you very much for listening again. See you after.
Cheers, guys.